My Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me. This is the game preview between the mighty Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. Now, let me say this, man, right off the top. The Giants are definitely not the 49ers. We passed week 1. We are definitely over it. Now, there's levels to the game. Like Meek Mill said, there's levels to the game. We all know that the San Francisco 49ers is one of the best teams in the NFL and debatably the best team in the NFC. Debatably, because I feel like it's the mighty Minnesota Vikings. Let's go. Skol to the bowl. And even though I'm giving all these compliments to the San Francisco 49ers, I still feel like we're coming out with the dub. We're not allowing them to come to our stadium and beat us in our home opener. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Nah, bruh. Nah.
Let's go. This is a statement game. This game's going to be won, and it's going to start and end in the trenches. Let me say that again. It's going to start and end in the trenches. So we got to be on point. But hold on, y'all.
Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me.
If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and that like button. Is definitely going down. We're going live for every single game this season. So get your popcorn ready. Get your lemon pepper wings ready. Stay a little while. Let's get it, man. So let's start with the trenches. Interior offensive line versus their defensive interior line. So let's go right to what they got going on for their defensive interior defensive line. So their defensive tackle. And let's just start with this. Number 98, if you don't know who Javon Hargrave is, that bull's a monster. He is a monster. Look him up. Now, the new addition that they got is Malik Collins. Now, Malik Collins, number 99, is coming from the Texans. The man had 5 sacks, one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL. They don't talk about him enough. So it's going to be, can Bradbury, Blake, and can Ed Ingram hold it down in the interior offensive line against these two defensive tackles? Leave in the comments below. Do you think they can do it? Because this is where, honestly, this is game right here, honestly. Because if we don't contain them and keep Sammy D upright, that middle pressure is going to be a long dang on game. I'm going to keep it real. Now, that's not even talking about another free agency pickup that they got, Leonard Floyd, and then you got that bull number 97, Nick Bosa, like going against our tackles. I feel like our tackles can hold it down for the most part. It's going to be tough. But my goodness, the defensive interior is where I'm a little bit like concerned. I'm going to keep it 1,000. We're not scared by any means, but Bradbury, man, in particular, bro, you got to really be on point, bro. Communication. Look for the blitz. I didn't even get to their linebackers. Fred Warner's debatably the best linebacker in the whole NFL, 54. And I respect his number because one of my favorite linebackers is Eric Kendricks. Those who know. Let's go Vikings, go to the bowl. But they got a very good defense on all levels. And even when it comes to their secondary, number 2, Lenore, he's a very good corner. And he's one of those corners that will bat the ball down, but not just that. He would intercept the ball, and not just that. He's a very good tackler for a corner. He ain't scared to tackle the running backs. And when he tackles, he's pretty much like a linebacker, man. He really wraps the ball carrier, and he does not play games. He's going down. He's going down. He does not play. And then they got another corner that's solid as well, is Isaac. So it's going to be tough for Justin Jefferson, and hopefully Jordan Addison gets to play because of the sprained ankle, but this is going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But it all starts with the trenches. Now, let me get to another factor when it comes to the trenches, right? Running game. Now, we know the 49ers love to run the ball. We have to make Brock Purdy one-dimensional. We have to. It's easier said than done. When the 49ers went against the Jets, McCaffrey didn't play. I'm not sure what his injury is, but he might play against us, right? But they still got other running backs. Jordan Mason had a career game against the Jets, 28 carries for 147 yards, 5.2 per carry, and 1 touchdown. Not saying he's going to do that against the Vikings. I don't think he is. I bet he's not. Let's go Vikings. We ain't letting it happen. You feel me? But they also have a wide receiver, number 1, Deebo Samuel. This man's a wide receiver / running back. He runs the ball as well. So it's going to be, we have to somehow contain that and put all the pressure in Brock. I still have some questions about Brock being consistent and making the passes, but this man been clutch. I can't really come at Bull. He's been doing his thing since he's been drafted. But this is going to be tough, man. Very tough. So, and then when it comes to us running the ball, we have to establish a run. Like Aaron Jones did his thing against the New York Giants, but this is a whole nother different animal of a defensive line. Can Aaron Jones establish the run game against this team? Can our offensive line get pushed on this defensive line? Can Kevin O'Connell call a good game and somehow get some rushing yards? Because some way, somehow, running back sweep, I don't know about running up the middle. I don't know. Running back draw. We're going to have to do some screens because they do like the blitz. The San Francisco 49ers love the blitz. And when it comes to the screen game and then going to the play calling, I love what we did against the Giants because when they were blitzing, you know what I mean? We hit them with the screen, and my bull, Ty Chandler, was destroying them with the screen game. He had 3 catches for 25 yards. You feel me? So it can definitely be done. And then my boy Aaron Jones did as well, 2 catches for 15 yards. So it can definitely be done. The running back screen has to be in the game plan. Kevin O'Connell. Now, that's the trenches. We all can agree that the trenches is one of the biggest questions. Now, let's get to the another big factor in this game. Turnovers. We have to be turnover-free against this team. This is one of the teams that could capitalize on the turnovers that the Minnesota Vikings happen to make. So we got to play turnover-free. No interceptions, no fumbles. I'm okay with a punt. I'm okay with that more than a turnover. You feel me? So turnover-free. Now let's get to, oh my goodness gracious, Sammy D in general. Like, Sammy D, just play how you played last game. Be confident. The one thing I love about Sammy D on that 4th and 2, and this is what I love about Kevin O'Connell, to have that confidence in Sammy D to throw that slant to Justin Jefferson for that touchdown on 4th and 2. You just got to be confident in your ability. And I'm going to keep it real, man. Like, you're going to have to spread this ball out. You're going to have to spread this ball out. And it's going to have to be numerous players that catch the ball, because if Jordan Addison is out with that ankle injury, Josh Oliver is going to have to get more opportunities. He had 2 catches for 27 yards against the Giants. And also, Jalen Naylor, I got to see more. I know he had that 1 catch for 21 yards for a touchdown, but we have to see more, especially if Jordan Addison is not playing. When it comes to the number 8, my guy, Tristan Jackson, I'd rather see him than that guy, Sherfield. No disrespect. And Brandon Powell. So it's all hands on deck for us to get the dub. Spread that ball around, but it starts with the trenches. Run that dang on ball. Run that dang on rock. Now let's get to the defense, right? Now, for me, Brian Flores, you was excellent against Daniel Jones, but Daniel Jones is not the best quarterback. Now, let's keep it real with that. Brock Purdy is night and day between Daniel Jones and Brock Purdy. So, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Brock Purdy, but he's better than Daniel Jones. And I ain't really saying too much, but I'm just saying, man. I'm just stating. I ain't hating, I'm just stating. Now, when it comes to Brian Flores, what you're going to do with your game plan? I just feel like there's certain players that I'm going to have to call out, man. And it's going to be number 58. Number 58, do y'all know who that is for the mighty Minnesota Vikings? Jonathan Grenard, right? Jonathan Grenard, I got to see more from him. He didn't make any tackles last game. I know he did some things, but he didn't make no tackles. I did see his number, but I just didn't see him enough. And I got to see his number, man. 58 has to do something in this game for us to be successful. Harrison Phillips, Patrick Jones II, Dallas Turner. The defensive line has to get after that guy, Brock Purdy. Do not let him be comfortable. When it comes to Andrew Van Ginkel, can he run it back and have a sack again? I'm not saying he's going to get an interception for a touchdown. That would be nice. But we got to apply that pressure. When it comes to the wide receivers and the corners, when it comes to Brian Flores in the corners, play a lot more man than zone. If you got to play zone, so be it. But play more man than zone. I believe Byron Murphy is going to be on point. He had an excellent game last game. You know, Shaq, he had a penalty, but he was all right. You know, Stephon Gilmore, he was all right. He was all right as well. You know what I mean? We have to be on point with our secondary. Harrison Smith, great game. You know the vibes with my boy Harrison Smith making that interception and called game against the Giants. We need our secondary to be on point, and everything has to work together. This has to be almost a perfect game for us to be successful in this specific game. When it comes to the wide receivers for the 49ers, I'm going to just say this. Jennings had a good game against the Jets. He had 5 catches for 64 yards, but it is what it is. I'm not really worrying about him too much. Deebo Samuel, you know, we already know about him. George Kittle, one of the best tight ends in the game, and that bull Brandon. So this is going to be a tough game for our whole defense. We have to be aggressive, but we have to be smart at the same time when we do blitz. We can't blitz too much. You know what I mean? So that means our pass rush, our defensive line has to get after it this game for us to be successful. And that's all I have for this game, man. Let's go Vikings, man. We going for the dub. I don't care what nobody says. A lot of people are just, they don't think we're going to win. They're already putting an L for this week, man. For week 2, they said they're losing against the 49ers. I got the dub for the mighty Minnesota Vikings. And the final score would be 20-17. We're going to win. And it's going to be within a minute. Like, it'll probably be like 40. No. We're going to get a field goal in like the last 30 seconds, I'll say. That's what I'm going to say, y'all. Let's go Vikings, baby. I'll be live. So party with your boy. I'm out.
This is the end of the video. I truly appreciate you vibing with the bull. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button.
Oh, yeah. Last thoughts.
I'm out.
Last thoughts real quick, man. When it comes to Justin Jefferson, like you just when it comes to Sam Darnold, he cannot force it. He cannot force it to him. Just be smart, bro, because they do got a solid secondary. I'm out.